Morning everyone, this is Bremster and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Promenade by Ambrose. Ambrose has sent in what is probably the most amazing submission so far using my new submission form or submission guidelines, where he sent me an email which was this beautifully formatted in structure, everything laid out in sections, everything detailed, got through the grid, all of my questions answered, got to the solve path and it was nicely bulleted so I could skip over it. I haven't looked at that at all. So I was able to skip over that and had the solved grid at the bottom so I could enter the solution code in, and it was just absolutely glorious. So and I like Ambrose's puzzles. Ambrose is actually responsible for the most popular video on my channel. So yeah, it was a no-brainer that I was going to look at this puzzle. So of course I've put a link to the submission guidelines above if you would like to submit or recommend a puzzle that you would like me to look at. So if you've come across a puzzle that you think is really good and appropriate for the sort of thing I do on my channel, recommend it. If you do that, please try and put the contact details for the person who created the puzzle so I can reach out to them, because I don't do puzzles unless I have permission of the setter. But I do have permission of a lot of puzzle setters now to cover their puzzles. So recommend a puzzle, I may be able to do it. The other thing that's running, of course, is the Polarizing Sudoku Puzzle Pack, 50 puzzles based around parity. So if you haven't had a look at that, please do. But now I can get onto the puzzle. And I've got my reminder to restart the puzzle. So, the Promenade, which I will restart now and which will get me close. So, this puzzle has a few rules in play. First of all, we have normal Sudoku rules. We have in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Also, along these blue lines, these indicated diagonals, we must also not repeat digits. So this is the diagonal or the X constraint. So no repeated digits on those either. Digits that are placed on an arrow must these must be summed up, and the sum of those will be placed in the arrow circle. So whatever goes in these two, the total will be placed there. Whatever goes in these two, the total will be placed there. And the same for all of the arrows. And another summing one, these two digits will sum to 7 because that is the number in the top left corner. These two digits will sum to 7, and it's the same for all of the cages. The digits that are placed in cages will be the sum. The sum of these two digits will be the number in the top left corner. Digits cannot repeat within cages, but in this puzzle that is not relevant. So let's give this a shot, and I am going to restart it again while I remember. Okay. So how do we break into this puzzle? That is a very good question. How do we break into this puzzle? There's no 3-cell arrows. 7 cages have lots of options. How do we break into this puzzle? There's not a lot of information going on. So all the information is around the border. Okay, so we could deduce something about parity. And I've been looking at parity a lot recently. Sorry, I have to adjust my microphone. I've been looking at parity a lot recently, so that gives me a pointer. So whatever this is what this is. So if these are both odd, this will be odd, and this total will be even. If these are both even, this will be even. So the sum of these will be even. So either way, the sum of an arrow is even. Odd plus odd is even. Even plus even is even. So the sum of these will be even. The sum of these will be even. But we know that the sum of the entire row is going to be odd, because the sum of a row of a Sudoku is 45. Same of a column and the same with the box. So this is even. This is even. This is odd. So these are odd. So if you subtract an odd digit from 45, what is left over will be even. Even, even, odd. Subtract an odd digit from 45, so this will be even. Even, even, odd. Subtract an odd digit from 45, this will be even. Even, even, odd. Subtract an odd digit from 45, this will be even. So this could still be even, odd, making an odd number, making this odd. But these are all even. And they all see each other. Right. So these cannot repeat because this digit sees that one in the row, that one in the column, and that one in the diagonal. This digit sees that one, and it's the same of all of them. That one in the row, that one on the diagonal, that one in the column. Same for all of them. So this is a 2, 4, 6, 8 quadruple. Sorry, my microphone cord is in the way. I don't know what's happened to my microphone to reposition it. That's a 2, 4, 6, 8 quadruple. Now this one can't be a 2 because this would be 1 plus 1. So that's not 2, and that's not 2. Now, if this is an 8 arrow, you can't put a 9 on it. You can't put a 9 on an arrow. You can't put a 9 in a 7 cage. So this has to be a 9. This is the only place you can put 9 in this. Now, you can't put 9 on an arrow that is worth less than 9. You can't put 9 on an arrow. You can't put 9 on an arrow, and you can't put a 9 in a 7 cage. This is a 9. Can't do the same there because 9 could go there or there, and 9 could go there or there. In fact, it must go in those. 9 in the middle box is in one of those two because it can't go in a 7 cage and these are seen. Which puts 9 in one of those two. 9 in this box is in one of those. But that doesn't force it onto the diagonal, so it doesn't set this at all. And 9 up here is in one of those. And up here is in one of those. That's not enough. Can that be a 4? If that's a 4, this is going to be really tight because if this is a 4, this entire section sums to 8. Because 4 plus 4. Then you would add 7, which would be 15, plus 9, which would be 24, plus another 9, which would be 33, and that digit, is that right? 8, 15, 24, 33, and that digit right there would have to be a 12. That's not going to work. This cannot be a 4. Now, if this is a 6, this would be 12, 19, 28, 37, and that could be an 8. But surely this is restricted now. So this would be an 8, and if this is an 8, this would be 16 plus 7 is, bad at math, 16 plus 7 is 23, 32, 41, and that would be a 4. So this is either 4 or 8. This can't be 2 or 6. I think that's right. 8, 16, 23, 32, 41, 4 or 8. Hang on, I don't have the same problem down here. This is 4, this is 8. plus 9 is 17, plus 9 is 26, plus 7 is 33, and that would, yeah, that's not going to work. This is not 4. Hang on, this is a 6, 8, and these will see each other. That means this is a 4, this is a 2. Hang on, oh, when I was doing the 9 before, that could have been 9 as well. So not, yeah, okay, I didn't mark that anyway, so it's not an issue. So if this is 6, this would have to be 1, 5. But that still leaves this to be 3, 4. This is odd. We know that is odd because it sees all of the even digits. So this could be 1, 6, 3, 4, or 5, 2. Which means that's even, of course, because it's an odd plus an even digit to get to an odd digit. Do I want a full odd even this? I don't know that I do. Not yet. Well, maybe I do. Because if we think about it, these are odd digits. So these have to be odd plus even. And this is an odd digit, which I know has to be odd plus even. So this is going to have an even in it, and this is going to have an even in it. So these both have to be odd. And this is going to have an even in it. And this is going to have an even in it. So these both have to be odd. So this is going to be 1, 5, 1, 7, or 3, 5, which is all of the options except 9. So that hasn't helped me at all. And up here, I don't know, because all I know is that's going to have an even in it, but I don't know about any of these. How do I make 9? I could use 1, 8. I can't use 2, 7. I could use 3, 6. Yeah, I don't know. No, it's got to be 1, 7. Because it's got to have an odd or an even. An odd. No, it doesn't have to have an odd and an even. It's got to be 1, 8 or 3, 6. That's all it can have, because it has to have an odd and an even. And if the even is 8, it's got to be with 1. And if the even is 6, it's got to be with 3. So they're the only options. And all I know is that's not 6. So this is with 1, 3, or 5. Because it can't be with 2. It can be with 3. It can't be with 4. It could be with 5. And it's with 6 I'm over. So this is 5, 7, or 9. So these are both odd. So this has an odd and an even. So there's 3 odds taken up. So I have to put an even and an odd on here. But it could be even and odd summing to odd, or even and even, odd and odd summing to even. I don't know. I do not know. There's something I'm missing. Is it this, which is the only thing out of place? As well as that. This could be 1, 3, 3, 5. This feels silly. 3 and 5, 4 and 6, 5 and 7, 6 and 8, or 7 and 9. That's just, no, that's not a good way to do it. Actually, I can't use 6 in this, so I can't use 1, 6. I can use 2, 5. I can use 3, 4. So this is 2, 5 or 3, 4. This is 2 odd digits. So it's... Hang on, this is 2 odd digits. This one. This is... Why did I say I can't use 1, 6 here? Because if this is 1, 6... Why did I say I couldn't use 1, 6? Because I don't have it available, because I don't have 6. Right, but I don't have the same restriction here. But this is 2, 5 or 3, 4. So what can I use here? No, one of these is more restricted now. I can't use 3, 5, because then this would be broken. So this is 2 odds, and I can't use 3, 5. So, because 3, 5 would leave me with only 2, 4 here, and that doesn't sum to 7. So, 2 odds. 6 would be 1, 5 or 2, 4. So it would be 1, 5. 8 would be 1, 7. I'm just marking for now. I might change this. Or 3, 5. That's it. And 3, 5 can't be done. So this is 1, 5 or 1, 7. There must be a 1 in here. So this is now under pressure. So I can't use 1, 8. 2, 7 would work. 3, 6 doesn't. 4, 5 doesn't, because it would break this. This is... let's go through that again. So 1, 8 doesn't work. So let's put the others in. 2, 7, 3, 6, and 4, 5. Okay, 2, 7 is fine. 3, 6 is not fine because I can't use a 6. 3, 6 is gone. And 4, 5 would break this. 4, 5 does not work. So this is 2, 7, which takes 7 out of there, making this one 5, which takes 5 out of there, which takes 2 out of there, and I've got the breakdown of this column. Okay. I don't know that that's easy to spot, but it's kind of cool. Now, is here where I want to look now because I don't have access to 3? Or, well, I never had access to 4. So is this row under similar pressure? Or is... This one was under pressure because of that... Or is it this one because of... But I don't know what that total is. I did know on the other one. So this can't be... Well, hang on. I know that this is 6. So this is now 8. Because this was 1, 5. So that will help. So 8 can be 1, 7. It can be 2, 6. It can't be 3, 5. So it's only 1, 7 or 2, 6. It can't be 3, 5 because of that. And it can't be 2, 6 because they're even. This is 1, 7. Right. Now, this can't be 1, 6. It can be 2, 5. it can't be 3, 4. This is 2, 5, and all that's left now is 3 and 6. That's what I needed. Right. Now, if this is 3, 6, this is not 3, so this is not 7. So it's either 4, 1 with 5 or 4, 5 with 9, and I'm not sure which. Now, which way do I go now? Now, this 6 is possibly put... So 7 here. I can't use 1, 6. I can't use 2, 5. This is 3, 4. Because I don't have access to the 6 or the 2 anymore. So 2, it could go... It can't go 1, 3. It can't go 3, 5. It can't go 2, 4, 6. 2, 5, 7 is possible. 2, 6, 8 is not. 2, 7, 9 is possible. They're the only possibilities. So these are odd. I haven't put 8 in this row, but I could possibly put 8 on the arrow. I haven't put 1 in this row either. So 1 has to be on the arrow because it can't be in the arrow head. So this is either 1, 7, 8, and then this would be, hang on, that would leave this as 5 and 9. If I put 7 over here, 7 has to be on this arrow. It's either 5, 7 or 7, 9. So I can't put 7 over here. So there's no 7 over here. But the digits I have... But I've got to put 8 over here. So this has to be 1, 8 and 9. So this is 7, this is 5. And I've got another 9. 1, 5 makes this the 8 and this the 1. None of that is seeing anything yet. I don't know how I'm going to get into the middle. It's got to be this now. So this is either 1, 5 or 5, 9. So there is a 5 in this. There's no way to avoid that. So it's now got to be this arrow, doesn't it? But do I have to use... This is 1, 8 or 3, 6. I must use an even in here. So I have to use a 6 or an 8 in this arrow. But I could use 1, 8, 9, 1... No, hang on. I can't... Is there any digit I haven't used? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, I haven't used a 7. So I've got to put a 7 somewhere in here. Now, if this is a 7, this would have to be 6, 1, because I have to use a 6 or an 8 in here. Now, if this is 7, 6, 1, what does that do? This would be 4, 5, 9, 1, 6, 7. And this would be 3, 8, which is broken. So I can't make this 7. So the 7 has to go on the arrow. And because I need to put a 6 or an 8 in here, this has to be 8 with 7 and 1. Which makes this 5, this 9. I take 1 and 8 out of here. And how does that resolve anything? . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . how do I break into the middle of this grid? So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, sure. Now, this is not 1, so this is not 6. This is not 5, so this is not 2. This is not 4, so this is not 3. This is not 3, so this is not 4. This is not 5, so this is not 2. This is a 6 and this is a 1. So this is a 3 and this is a 6. This is 2, 7 and 8. 2, 7 and 8. Well, there's no 7 there, so that's a 7 and this is a 2, 8. This is also a quad, but I don't know. Well, I've got to put a 7 in one of those two because I can't put it on the diagonal now. So what is this quad? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. And I can't put 7 there. I can't put 4 there. That's a 2, 3. So 2, 3 comes out of there. So 3 comes out of there. So 4 comes out of there. This is 1 or 5. That's not a 2 anymore. That's an 8. That's a 2. Holy cow. Puts 2 up here by Sudoku. And 2's not on the diagonal. That's a 2. So this is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. Well, there's no 5 there, so that's a 5, which places a 1 and the 6 in the middle. This is a 6, 9. And this 9 resolves it. That's a 6, that's a 9. So these are triples. No, they're not. There's a 3, 4 unresolved. Can I be grumpy at a 3, 4? Is that fair? That's right, it's not fair, but that's only half of it. 2, 4, 8, 9. Well, there's no 8 there. There's no 2 in there. There's no 8 there because of the diagonal. So that's the 8. There must be a 2 in there. Do I want to look at the quad on the diagonal? 3, 4, 7, and 9. Well, that can't be 3 or 7. That's a 4, 9. So take 4, 9 out of those. That's 3 and 7. Actually, this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 and 9. This is 5 and 9. And I've already got that 9 looking there. So that's the 5, and that's the 9, and that is not the 9. Again, that's not a 9 anymore. This is resisting like mad. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, and 8. That is a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 1, which means that's a 5 and that's a 1. 5 is now in one of those two. Am I down to looking at these quads yet? Probably. So what is missing from this? 1, 3, 4, 5, and 8. Well, there's no 1 in those, so that's the 1. 3, 4, 8. Not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 3, 4, 6, 7. That's not 6. That one's a lot less. That 1 is making that a 7 and that a 1, which is making that a 2 and that a 7, which is making that a 3 and that a 7. It's taking 3 out of there, but it's making that a 4 and that a 3, which is taking 3 out of there, taking 3 out of there. 4 out of there, 4 out of there. 2 is making that 8. Okay, this is a lot smoother now that I spotted that. Well, so far. This is 4, this is 2, which is making that 5 and that 2. This does have good flow. It's not just hunting and picking. I just didn't see it. Now, takes 2 out of there, giving me a 4, 9 pair, making that 2. That's actually the 9 and the 4 and the 9, which makes that the 9. This 5 is making that 5. The 4 makes that 7 and 4. The 7 makes that... Oh, this is very smooth. Once you see it, this is incredibly smooth. There's no 4 in those. There's something else that's not there. That's not a 7. So is this 3, 6, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. So this is 3. It's not 3, so it's 6 and 8. Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not 3. That's not 4, and that's not 5. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 2, 6, and 7 and must contain a 2. There's no 7 there. This is a 7 or an 8. That 2 is making that a 3 and that a 2. So I just needed to keep paying attention. That is not the 2, so this is the 2. The 3 is making that 6 and that 3, which is making that 8, which is making that 7, which is making that 6, which is making that 7, which is making that 4, which is making that 8, which is making that 3, which is making that 6, which is making that 4, which is making that 3. Okay, these triples. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a 1, 8 here, so this becomes a 5. There's no 5 in those. That is 1, that is 8. The 5 makes that 3, which makes that 4, which makes that 5. And now I'm down to a single box. 3, 4, and 6. And that was just over 30 minutes. And I think I remembered to restart the puzzle this time. That was really cool. That break-in using the parity around the outside, didn't know this was going to be a parity puzzle. And then the deductions on those arrows, and then really, really nice use of the diagonal and clever Sudoku at the end. Very cool puzzle. What I've come to expect from Ambrose. Thank you, Ambrose, for the submission. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And as always, good luck with your solving.